Hey everyone, it's time for another Death Battle reaction video. It's a Mecha Kaiju battle between the Dragonzord and Mechagodzilla. Besides, we need a number here. Okay. Megas XLR. Oh man, how I missed that show. So yeah, this battle is between the Power Rangers' 6th Zord, the Dragonzord, and Mechagodzilla, the machine duplicate of Godzilla! It's fun, because you gotta do it like that. Now, this is Tommy Oliver's second death battle. His first one was back with the White Tiger Zord in Season 2, taking on Gundam Wing's Zex Marquis and Gundam Epion. Now, I was thinking that, is this going to be like a machine run death battle? With one of them being fully automated, the other one being man-controlled? Like last year with Amuro Ray in the original Gundam taking on Optimus Prime. But last week, with a little bit of Mechagodzilla, not quite the case. But here's what we will do. With the fact that Mechagodzilla takes on Godzilla, that's gonna win for me right there. No, it's not gonna win. But I think Mechagodzilla has plenty more weapons and probably has more durability than the Dragonzord. So I'm thinking this is going to go to Mechagodzilla. But let's see what it offers. So let's pump up the volume and hit the play button. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Play! Play!
Whether they are benevolent deities or harbingers of doom, dragons are freaking awesome.
Yes!
Yeah, especially the robot kind. Like the Dragonzord, piloted by the Green Power Ranger.
And Kiryu, the dangerous and mysterious Mechagodzilla.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
And it's in 3D!
After being stuck in a garbage can for 10,000 years, the evil Rita Repulsa was understandably pretty pissed. So, she decided to destroy the world.
Who wouldn't be?
I'd be mad too, but that's a hell of a hot take.
And so Earth's guardian, Zordon, put a plan into motion. 5 heroic teenagers would defend the planet with their Dinozords.
Tommy,
they were
Trini,
the
Kimberly,
Power
Billy, and Zach.
Rangers.
You'd think a bunch of kids in spandex would have a tough time fighting an ancient witch, but they got used to taking out her weakly monsters pretty quick, like a normal 9 to 5, just with giant robots.
But Rita
Yep.
had a plan. If her creatures could not defeat the heroes, she would create her own ranger.
The Green Ranger, along with his robo-reptile, the Dragonzord.
And the sword flute. Or is that a flute sword? Someone's hungry.
90 meters tall and nearly 200 tons, the Dragonzord proved a match for the other Rangers, even their Megazord.
Dragonzord's got a heavy-duty arsenal, like finger missiles. It's like flicking the gun from under your nails at people, but it explodes.
Why do you have gunk under your fingers?
To flick at people. Duh. That fin
No.
isn't just a cool headpiece. It shoots energy waves. And if D-Zord feels like stomping around, watch out for literally shocking earthquakes.
Despite such long-range weaponry, the Dragonzord seems best suited to fighting up close with its strong grappling arms and highly flexible drill tail. This drill is so impressive, it cut through a cocoon prison even the supposedly superior Megazord couldn't escape.
Yeah, that thing's 5 Zords in one. Guess teamwork doesn't always make the dream work.
The
Well,
Dragonzord's
not
pilot has
necessarily.
even bested the other Rangers in combat on his own. Luckily, they helped him break free from Rita's control, and he eagerly joined their fight against the forces of evil. This is Tommy Oliver.
Tommy wasn't just some rando off the street. This guy is an expert martial artist and super dedicated to ranger work. So much so, he kept wearing the tights for years and even mentored other teams. He summons and controls the Dragonzord with the Dragon Dagger by playing it like a flute. Wait, are all knives secret?
No!
Blue?
Put it down!
Not bin flutes.
Oh my god, really? Wait a minute, why didn't this come up in poultry science class?
Because there was none.
Chickens don't like music?
How stupid do you think I am? Chickens love music! Ah! God, this is what they mean by a sharp note!
As the Green Ranger, Tommy draws power
Oh
from
my
a universe-spanning
God.
energy called the Morphin Grid.
Yep.
His grid connection powers the Dragonzord too. He's a superhero and a battery.
Though like most other
That's true.
swords, enough damage can disrupt the Dragonzord's connection to the Morphin Grid and take it down for good.
But good luck trying. The Dragonzord is super strong. It made short work of Rita's monsters and even beat the Megazord, which has an average power output of 50,000 megavolts. That's the same kind of
Yeesh.
power as a nuclear warhead.
The Megazord was strong enough
Yep.
to punch a 10,000-ton monster about 40 meters off the
And this
ground.
was determined
A punch
in the
worth
75th
90
episode
billion
with
newtons of force.
the Power Rangers
The
and Voltron.
MD can even fly past escape velocity and reach the moon. That's over 30 times the speed of sound.
The Dragonzord is also extremely durable, possibly more so than any other individual Zord of its generation. The Megazord once threw it into this mountain, which shattered. By comparing the known size of Dragonzord's foot to said mountain and applying the energy necessary for violent fragmentation against rock, we determined the destructive force to be worth more than 350 tons of TNT.
That doesn't sound like a lot considering, you know,
Dragon
the
held its
past
own against the
death battles.
upgraded Thunder Megazord, and even one-shot the White Tiger Zord, which was supposed to be its better in every way.
Wait a minute,
While
what?
it's unlikely the Dragonzord could actually defeat the Thunder Megazord on its own, it certainly stands a chance with its ultimate form.
That's right, it's got a semi-Megazord mode of its own. While each Power Ranger has their own Zord, there's been a few times when a Ranger has called on other Zords, not to pilot directly, just to combine with theirs.
And so, Tommy can summon the Mastodon, Triceratops, and Saber-Tooth Tiger Zords to form Dragonzord Fighting Mode.
But no, wait, what about the
Battle
other?
Mode, or Dragon Megazord. He never really settled on a name.
Well, it's
What about the
mighty
pterodactyl and the
powerful. It
Tyrannosaurus
turns
Rex?
its tail into a drill spear that kills basically everything in one shot. Seriously, it never lost a battle against anything Rita threw at it. So, why don't they always use that?
And Rita's magic is devastating enough to obliterate an entire floating island.
Sadly, Tommy would lose his control of the Dragonzord when he lost his powers to his one weakness, a magic candle. Oh no! Look out for slowly dripping wax!
But powers or no powers, Tommy kept fighting the good fight, eventually regaining his original Morphin abilities with the Master Morpher. Perhaps one day, the Dragonzord will rise again. Dragonzord!
Well, this is actually giving me a new perspective, but who knows? Maybe the Mechagodzilla has something to offer. Well, let's see. Kiryu!
The year was 1954, less than a decade after Japan was bombarded with the first atomic weapons. The nuclear...
God damn you, USA! Oh wait, that's right.
But
I'm
one
in
of
it.
these atomic weapons woke something up. Godzilla!
Godzilla!
This ginormous radioactive kaiju decimated Japan. Things looked pretty bad until a scientist deployed a bomb strong enough to kill the monster. The Oxygen Destroyer, which does exactly what it says on the tin.
Right. Dr. Serizawa's bomb could specifically target and destroy oxygen molecules, liquefying most living tissue. This weapon was so dangerous, Serizawa feared its very existence threatened the entire human race.
Yeah, that would
So
be.
he went down martyr style,
That would be
taking out Godzilla
one way.
and all knowledge of his weird bomb. All that remained was Godzilla's bones.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Still, a weapon like that might have come in handy when, a few decades later, another Godzilla showed up.
Part two!
Turns out, Japan had been the target of many different types of kaiju for years, and had developed an anti-monster defense force to combat them.
Unfortunately, their super powerful laser cannons barely even scratched this new Godzilla. Just look at him. Doesn't even care.
Like the Oxygen Destroyer before, Japan needed a new weapon to combat Godzilla. They gathered their foremost experts in the fields of robotics, microwaves, low-temperature physics, and someone whose work can only be described as cyber necromancy. Together, these leading scientists developed a revolutionary weapon like nothing before it.
Mechagodzilla!
Sure, technically this isn't the first Mechagodzilla we've seen,
Well-
but it's certainly the deadliest and the most unique. So much so, it was given its own distinct name.
Kiryu.
a combination of
MFS
machine
3
and
Kiryu.
dragon.
Kiryu? Sounds lame. I'll stick with Mechagodzilla, thank you. Standing 60 meters tall,
Well,
and weighing 40,000 tons with full.
I mean, how else can you describe it?
Cyber monster is loaded with all sorts of weapons.
2-hour battery life?
Rocket launchers, rail cannons, grappling wires, spinning drill hands, a battery-rammed jetpack, and even retractable Assassin's Creed blades with an extra zap. And just like Zilla himself, Mecha G fires laser beams from his mouth. This twin maser cannon is twice as powerful as the maser guns that successfully killed other non-Godzilla giant monsters.
Kiryu
Sure,
is certainly
it kills
skilled
them,
in
but
melee combat
not
and is
Godzilla.
surprisingly athletic for its size.
Look at it go!
However, with its enormous arsenal, it is far better suited to long-range strikes. Like with its ultimate weapon, the Absolute Zero Cannon.
Damn! So it's like a super ice beam?
As the name suggests, it unequivocally brings its target's temperature to absolute zero, or 0 Kelvin. But this beam
Negative
isn't just freezing
273
its target,
degrees
it's
Celsius.
literally destroying all
That
of its
is
existing
chilly.
energy at once. A practically impossible feat of physics. This results in crushing the entire target from within at an atomic level.
Oh my god. Zilla?
Speaking of which,
Boom,
Kiryu is
sick.
actually built around the skeletal remains of the original Godzilla, giving them all the size and strength of the King of the Monsters.
So it's kinda like they're pulling off a robotic Weekend at Bernie's with Old Man Godzilla's bones? Amazing.
Kiryu also utilizes biochemical and molecular-based DNA computers, which are actually based on real-life experimental technology. This infused Godzilla's own DNA to improve operation speeds and give Kiryu subconscious motor control. Sort of a simple AI, which lets
So
him
it is
perform
going to be
some
like
reactions on
last
its own.
last year with
Exactly
Optimus
like my
Prime
own
and
Cyber Goose.
the original Gundam.
With the skeleton of a goose and some extra parts I had lying around, I say he's a masterpiece of modern science.
Well, he's got 2 heads now, so do we call him a goose or a geese?
It's a goose. Just one goose.
But 2 heads make 2 goose, therefore a geese.
It's a goose!
Oh yeah, this version's much better.
Kiryu is piloted by Lieutenant
That one's done with, okay?
the Anti-Megalosaurus
I mean-
Force, and your standard self-loathing anime protagonist.
She thinks she's worthless because she has no parents and accidentally got some of her friends killed. So now nobody
Okay.
really likes her, which is real bummer. But hey, cheer up, lady! You get to fight giant lizards with a big-ass killer robot!
That
That's
is true.
Awesome!
Akane doesn't technically pilot from within Kiryu, but rather from a nearby jet plane, the AC-3.
So the
White
target would
which
be
can
after
fly
the
over
jet,
900
not...
kilometers per hour. Under Akane's control, Kiryu has battled Godzilla several times, and always came out on top.
But, plot twist, Akane isn't Mechagodzilla's only pilot. It turns out there's someone else behind the controls. A ghost in the machine. It's the spirit of the original Godzilla! Surprise again!
What?
Ghost robot!
The DNA mind of Godzilla can wrestle the mech from Akane at any point, causing her to lose complete control.
Giving the king another chance to trash Japan again! Always fun to relive the good old days.
Hell yeah,
It is
but...
strongly implied Akane and Kiryu came to an understanding of sorts, realizing that they were each shadows of a tragic past struggling to find purpose in life.
Like college roommates.
Regardless of who is
No.
steering the ship, Kiryu is an extremely tough machine.
He's lifted and thrown Godzilla around like a sack of potatoes, and this version of the Big G weighed 25,000 tons.
Kiryu actually survived being
So,
at the epicenter
Kiryu
of
would
its
be
own
actually
absolute
stronger.
zero blast, and multiple direct hits from Godzilla's atomic breath attack.
Which is even strong enough to overpower the Absolute Zero.
Kiryu is even fast enough to dodge the atomic breath, which, based on this instance where an older Mechagodzilla forced the beam into space, likely travels faster than Mach 2 speeds. Kiryu itself could also fly from Alaska to the middle of Russia while carrying another kaiju in just a few minutes. Given how quickly Kiryu's fuel burns in flight, in order to make it, Kiryu was likely flying around Mach 40.
But that's sadly the Mecha Monster's biggest flaw. Its battery life is worse than the goddamn Nintendo Switch.
While the White Herons can use
Come on.
to recharge Kiryu on the fly, a full charge only runs for about 2 hours at most. And using more intensive features like jet flight and the Absolute Zero Cannon drains it much, much faster. In fact,
So-
just one use of the Absolute Zero drains 40%.
But who cares when he's so badass he can tear you apart in just a few minutes? With all this power at his metal fingertips, this is one epic machine. No man or beast stands a chance against the might of Mechagodzilla.
Kiryu?
Kitty, you understand what I say? Shall we go?
そろそろ行こうか。
Let's go! Wow, so now this is actually a good pit between the Dragonzord and Mechagodzilla. But now that I think about it, I think the Dragonzord would have a better chance considering it's got close quarters combat and a special weapon that can actually pierce through anything. And that battery supply is going to play a pretty crucial role with Mechagodzilla. Because if that runs out, Mechagodzilla, or should I say Kiryu, is screwed. So, even though it's faster, it's stronger, and has a weapon that can pretty much decimate anything, the Dragonzord is a lot tougher than you might think. So I think what it is that the Dragonzord is going to outmaneuver or outlast Mechagodzilla, and therefore Dragonzord is now winning my vote. So Dragonzord will kill Kiryu in this one. And now it's time for a death battle brought to you by Blue Apron. Haven't used the product, but I've heard that good things are in there. Great, now I just went in the product placement. But now it's time for a death battle. Tommy! Akane, let's go! Meanwhile, the mirror backpack. We're not waiting for a battle, they're just going right at it. No setup, they're just going right in the brawl. That tail is devastating.
Ah, nice work, Dragonzord. Let's crush this tin can.
Yeah, that is not gonna work. Ooh, right at the kneecap.
目標確認。損傷は軽微。慎重に行こう。
Godzilla does not play smart! He plays to win! I don't need this. Oh! That!
今のチャンス。アブソリュートゼロ起動。
We're going right to absolute zero.
Oh no, you don't.
Kinda be careful, because, you know, if Tommy's figuring out that, yeah, you're one of the sources. And there goes Akane. Now, okay. Uh-oh. Godzilla's up! Oh, man, yeah, I mean, there's that speed advantage for Mechagodzilla, for Kiryu. Yeah, I'm going to call him Kiryu from now on. Kiryu. Oh, Kiryu is...
This isn't working. We need more power.
So we're going to call on Trini, Billy, and
Come together.
Zach. Alright.
Mighty mode, powered up and ready for action. Let's finish this.
Oh, he's brought the weapon. Oh. You gotta admit, that weapon is big. And Mechagodzilla's getting the warning. Uh-oh. This could be it. Oh, nice leap. But here comes... Oh! Right through the chassis!
Keep going, we've got this!
You got this, but... Oh, up close!
Oh no! Move back, move back!
Close range absolute zero blast? Oh, wow, this... Tommy is gone again. Tommy can't get a break. And Mechagodzilla... Wow.
Oh man, talk about a close one.
Finding the victor here wasn't easy.
No
Both
kidding.
have performed amazing feats of strength and durability, and both wielded massive arsenals of unbelievable devastation.
Akane definitely proved herself fighting Godzilla a few times, though Tommy did have way more experience piloting mechs and fighting monsters for years and years.
That's true.
Plus, he's a freaking superhero.
But while skill and experience are incredibly important, it doesn't always triumph over raw power.
That's what she said. I hope.
Compared
No.
to Kiryu, the Dragonzord was rather lightweight, with far less impressive feats of strength.
Yeah, well, Dragonzord could match the Megazord, who could lift a 10,000-ton monster. Mechagodzilla tossed around a 25,000-ton
Yep,
Godzilla.
that was true. I did say that, and I said it was also...
Advantage up close.
And also from a distance. Kiryu's arsenal was overall better suited to long-range combat thanks to a wider assortment of missile and beam weapons. Simply put, Kiryu possessed more options for controlling and ending this fight.
Like how they both had instant kill moves, but only one of those depended on getting right up close. Plus, while Fighting Mode's max power wasn't too clear, it could compete with the Thunder Megazord and Rita herself.
Remember how Rita blew up an island? Easily
Right.
one of the most impressive destruction feats in the Ranger's early years. Based on this image, we can measure the exact scale of the island.
To blow that shit up, you'd need a blast of at least 2.6 gigatons of TNT.
Which is
The
impressive.
Dragonzord's Ultra Drill Staff was likely in the same ballpark in terms of power output.
However, this pales in comparison to the Absolute Zero Cannon.
How?
Here, it's destroying the real-life Prince Hotel New Tower and several surrounding buildings. Using the known scale of these structures, the energy output to destroy them must equal 128 teratons
Yikes!
of TNT.
That's over 49,000 times more powerful. And don't forget, Mechagodzilla once survived being in the middle of this blast. There was no way Dragonzord could put down this tough son of a Zilla.
Dragonzord's arsenal and Tommy's skills certainly made this an intense match, but they were clearly outclassed by Kiryu's awesome power and unwavering durability.
I'm just glad they didn't let the fight drag on.
The winner...
Damn it,
is
Boomstick!
Mechagodzilla!
Alright, so what's coming up on my birthday, as a matter of
If you want
fact?
the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link in the description below. And check out on the right side of the screen next to Ben, you can watch more stuff.
Yep. So what's next time? What am I looking at? Oh, it's EA versus Sasuke! Okay. So next up is a battle of ninjas. Black ninjas. And I mean black as in black-hearted. Soul. Like black soul ninjas. Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho and Sasuke from Naruto. Man, that's one. It's not exactly the birthday present I'm asking for, but okay. So now going back to this death battle, I was thinking to myself, okay, now learning about the power of the power supply of Kiryu, I'm thinking to myself, that battery supply is not going to fare well in a death battle. No, I was wrong. I knew how powerful. I knew it was powerful and it was faster than the Dragonzord, but I was thinking, okay, that battery power, that battery life is not gonna help. Turned out it wasn't gonna matter. So Tommy is 0-2. Yeah, I'm spoiling it right here for you folks if you haven't seen Season 2 between Gundam Epyon and the Tigerzord. The Gundam Epyon tore apart the Tigerzord, and now Mechagodzilla, Kiryu, killed the Dragonzord. It was sure to you. Can it be gone for good for Tommy? Well, he doesn't have any more He doesn't have more Zords bottle, right? Now I can only wonder what it's going to be like in 3 weeks when we talk about the Black Dragon and the White Lightning.